Because hardware cannot understand human language. Human cannot understand system language. So we need a translator or a converter. That is where operating system was introduced. Now, when operating system was introduced, we used to work with single machine, single OS operating system, or maybe single machine, dual OS, but still only one can be accessible anytime. Suppose you have installed Windows also, Linux also. So at a time, either you can work with Windows or you can work with Linux, but both at a time you cannot use. So basically one OS at a time. Now suppose I have a big environment. Now, there are so many examples of OS, Windows, Linux, etc. Suppose I have a big organization. There I need minimum 100 operating system. If I go with one OS, one hardware kind of thing, in it, and I need 100 operating system, how many machines do I need to purchase? 100 machines. So somehow I have purchased 100 machines. Next thing is I need to arrange a place to keep 100 machines. Third thing is I need to provide electricity to 100 machines. I need to provide network switches, routers, cables to 100 machines. I need to run many ACs to keep them cool. And I need so many people to manage it. So overall cost used to be very, very expensive, very high. To beat and reduce this concept, virtualization was introduced. What is virtualization? It is a method of splitting physical resources into logical. That means running parallelly multiple operating system on a single hardware. This is nothing but virtualization, right? Now, after virtualization was introduced, totally the game changed in the market. Now for 100 machines or 200 machines or 200 OS, I don't need 100 200 physical machine. Simply on a single hardware, with the help of virtual machine, parallelly I can run hundreds of operating systems. So this has drastically reduced the cost. Earlier, whatever cost I used to maintain, now straight away 90% the cost was reduced. Where is 100 machine and where is one machine? You can only think how the cost was reduced, right? Now, there are top virtualization softwares in the market which people use. Just for knowledge, VMware, Citrix, KVM, Oracle VM, RHEVM, or Microsoft Hyper-V. Anything you can use and you can virtualize. But still, there was a big challenge to manage data center. Why? See, there is one big challenge, maintenance. Suppose I maintain a big data center. For example, physical machines are there, network routers, switches, backup UPSs should be there. If UPS is not there, suddenly power cut happen means production down. So I need to maintain heavy UPSs. Time to time maintenance has to be done. Suppose one RAM fail, you have to immediately replace. Hard disk is going less, bring new hard drive. So all these maintenance challenges what we used to maintain. And one big challenge, guys, chalo maintenance somehow we will do it. One big challenge was upgrading hardware. See, maybe for 4 or 5 years, there is no big maintenance. RAMs are working fine, CPUs are working fine, disks are fine, UPS are fine. But there is a life for hardware. Getting it or not? When you purchase a hardware from IBM, HP, Dell, whoever it might be, they'll give you warranty only for 3 to 4 years, maximum 5 years on the production hardware, not laptop, desktop. When you purchase server, there will be a standard life of 4 to 5 years. After that, there is no support from the company. So once 5 year crossed, what you have to do? Again, you have to purchase new hardware. Chalo, last 5 years I was doing well. I purchased good hardware. I investment 4 5 crores I made and I have purchased it. This year there are losses to company and there is no budget. Then so it is going to become a big headache. Why? Because when new software comes, it demands new hardware also. For example, you might also face, like my laptop is there. I have a very high-end laptop, getting it or not, right? 32 GB RAM is there, 2 TB hard drive is there, Core i7 CPU is there, but I cannot install Windows 11. Why? Because my hardware is not compatible to Windows 11. Now, this issue you will also face when it comes to production scenario also, guys. Whenever new software comes, it requires new hardware also, right? So suppose if I don't upgrade hardware, latest things I'll not be able to use it. So this becomes a big headache managing your personal data center. Every five years you have to do upgradation, maintenance of hard drive, networking, UPS, all maintenance cost is going to be super high. So these are the big challenges, guys, what we face in on-premise data center. To beat this on-premise data center cost, cloud computing was introduced, right? Now, what is cloud computing? Many people have many definitions. Every mouth, every word. Getting it or not? What you experience, you can call it. What I experience, I'll call it. Wikipedia says something, Amazon says something, and Microsoft people says something, Google says something. Everyone has their own definition. But what I have understood after 14 years in IT career and after spending 7 8 years at cloud computing, I'll tell you a simple definition that running your business computers or running your business applications in somebody else's data center and accessing it from anywhere throughout the world. This is the simple definition of cloud. Best example of cloud in your personal life is Google Drive. Getting it or not? Nobody says that you're not using Google Drive or SkyDrive. Everyone is using, and it has become an essential requirement. I'll tell you my life. When I started my career in almost 2005 or 2006, I know at that time I used to maintain albums of CDs and DVDs. Getting it or not? Some CDs for software, some CDs for operating system, some for personal data. I used to carry a big bag with. Then pen drives era came. Then I removed CDs and DVDs. I used to carry a small pouch with number of pen drives, right? But again, the problem was suddenly pen drive crashes, or if it is missed, I will lose my data. Am I clear or not? One time it really happened. Very essential external hard drive I was having. I went with my brother to care hospital. He was diagnosed with cancer, so I was not in proper mind. I was there and I left my bag over there. Till I came back, that bag was gone. So I lost all my important things over there, right? So that was very heartbreaking for me that I have lost many things which I was gathered for years. Then recollecting is what a big issue for me. Then the era of cloud computing came, and now we are not maintaining pen drives very much. We are not maintaining CD, DVD. Whatever essential is there, you are keeping on Google Drive, SkyDrive, wherever, whenever you need it. Through internet connection, you can download it from anywhere. Mobile phone, laptop, desktop, and it's very easy to share with others also, right? This is what cloud computing has done. So what we use through Google Drive or SkyDrive is the smallest part of cloud computing. See, actually what happens is these cloud providers, right? Actually, these cloud provider, what they do, cloud computing does not means that there is something on cloud. Cloud name is given because it is accessible through internet. Am I clear or not? And internet covers the whole world, as you know, right? So these cloud providers, they run heavy to the heaviest. In fact, heavy and heaviest is very small. I'll say humongous data centers, humongous, big, massive data centers. In that, they'll ask you, put your application here. Why do you maintain server on your data center? Why will you spend headache in maintenance? Why would you spend money for upgradation? I will provide everything, whatever you need. You just tell me what you want. So you run your business on my data center and pay me rent. How much you have used, that much you have to pay. That is nothing but cloud computing, running your business application on someone else's data center. Now, in a very smart language, this says cloud computing is the on-demand availability of computer system resources. Or cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over internet. Same thing what I have told you in a different manner. Well-formed sentence will be there. Am I clear? Now, there are so many big cloud computing things are there. The advantage of going to cloud computing comes here. See, this is called building block model. Here, every block is a responsibility taken care by us. If you maintain on-premise data center, networking, you have to manage. Storage, hard disk and all, you have to manage. Servers, you have to manage. Virtualization, licensing, software, everything you have to manage. Operating system, licensing, everything you have to manage. Middleware, Tomcat, JBoss, whatever application you are using, you have to manage. Runtime. Runtime is nothing but applications that are used for coding. Python, Java, whatever languages you are using. Then using these languages, whatever data you are maintaining, that is your responsibility. And whatever application you are creating, that is your responsibility. So whole block we used to manage earlier. Now there are three different types of cloud services, guys. First is infrastructure as a service. IaaS stands for what, guys? Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure means computing resources. Like you say, I want one machine with 64 GB RAM, 32 CPUs I want, 2 TB hard drive. What is this? Infrastructure. Am I clear or not? Computer and computing resources are called infrastructure. So if you go with IaaS service, infrastructure as a service, see, responsibility will be equally shared by cloud provider and us also. See, cloud provider manage networking, storage, server, virtualization. These blocks are his responsibility. Networking fail, he has to take care. Server fail, he has to take care. Virtualization license expire, he has to take care. But on the top of it, which OS we are going to run, that is our responsibility. Which middleware, runtime, data, application, this is our responsibility. So half responsibility will be gone. Hardware will be responsibility of cloud provider, software will be responsibility of us. Then there is one more model, guys, platform as a service. This is superb for developers. Now, guys, you know developers will do lots of coding. They will use Python, they will use COBOL, right? They will use COBOL, Python, anything they might be using, right? Or they may be using Java, Golang, so many Ruby, so many languages are there. So already their head will be freezed with lots of things. They have to think creatively. They have to do so many typing, coding. Now, in this case, if I ask them, you only manage servers, you only manage OS, you only manage everything, guys, their head will be blown out. So for them, cloud provided platform as a service. That means they don't have to worry about servers. They don't have to worry about virtualization, operating system, nothing. You say which environment you want, Python, I'll give you Python. You just do coding. You want Golang, I'll give you Golang. Somebody wants Java, I'll give Java. So the developer will simply come here, they will take their environment and they will start writing the code and create the application. This is called platform as a service, like we use GitHub, and other concepts. Then the last one we use all, software as a service. If you go with software as a service, the whole block will be taken care by cloud provider. Best example is Google Drive. Do you worry which platform it is running? Do you worry which operating system it is using? Acha, tomorrow Facebook is down. Can you do anything? Google Drive is down. Can you do anything? Nothing, because it is taken care by cloud provider. Like Office 365 is there, online office. Am I clear? Microsoft is responsible for that. We don't even care about what is going on. So as you move deep into cloud, your responsibilities will be reducing and their responsibility will be increasing. Now, guys, if we have less responsibility, do we work freely or do we work in tension environment? Obviously, freely. So, moving deep into cloud has more and more effect. Guys, companies are saving 50% of their cost when they move to cloud. Suppose per year some company is spending 10 crore. Now after moving to cloud, they are saving 5 crores over there. Don't you think it's a big saving? That is the real advantage, guys, of moving into cloud environment. So this is what cloud is all about. Now, the most popular cloud providers are Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud, Alibaba, IBM, Salesforce, so many big lists is there. Now, number one, number two, number three, if we ask you, Amazon, Azure, and cloud. Now, guys, there is no purely number one cloud in the market. Some features are very nice in Amazon, so some features are very good in Azure. Getting it on. So there is always a fight by neck to neck. Like you see, which car is better? Somebody says, no, no, Hyundai's cars are very nice. Somebody says Honda's car. Somebody says Suzuki. Some segment they are good, some segment others are good. But all are working fine. But if you look into all, Amazon is the oldest cloud that is available in the market. It was introduced in 2006, whereas Azure was introduced in 2015, 2016. Am I clear or not? So that is the reason, guys. And learning perspective, Amazon is very easy to learn. That is the reason in our curriculum we have included AWS rather than that. But honestly speaking, all cloud computings are similar, guys. Right? I'll show you one example here why I am telling as such. See, if you are trying to learn a car, for example, which car you are going to learn, whichever your trainer is having, car driving trainer. Now he cannot get all the cars and teach you how to learn the cars. Yes or not? Right? So here I'll tell you one thing, guys. You see this picture and you will understand. All the services that are available are same, right? In AWS, you'll call it Elastic Compute Cloud. Same service in Azure is called as virtual machine. GCP, it is called as computing. Am I clear or not? So all services are same. Workability is same. Only names are changed here and there. So it doesn't matter, way. Actually, it doesn't matter. You work on AWS, you work on Azure, or you work on Google Cloud. Whichever you like, you can work. Almost the workability is same. If you learn one cloud, automatically others become easy for you. Like you learn one car, at least you learn car, all the other cars becomes easy. Somewhat luxury gearing system here and there will be there, but automatically you can drive that also. So that is what I'm telling here is do not worry which cloud specifically you are working, it's not important. You know how to deal with cloud, that is important. Okay, now let's go to our next part, DevOps. Now, basically, what is DevOps? Is it a software? Is it a tool? Is it a set of rules or what? Now, basically, guys, DevOps is not software. DevOps is not tool. It is not set of rules. But basically, guys, DevOps is a set of practices or methodology that reduces the gaps between developers and operators. Now, guys, purely, very honestly speaking, DevOps is the most useful tool where software development processes will be going on. And every organization develops their own softwares. Every organization. For example, you go to ICICI Bank or HDFC Bank. You see, there will be one guy sitting in the counter. You say, this is my account ID. So what he do? He opens one software and in that he types something and it opens. Who developed that software? Developers. Getting it or not? And who is using it? Operators. The one who is using it is called operator, and the one who is developing is a developer. Now, always there is a great battle, always from the beginning, developers and operators. What happens, developers will develop a software and give it to operator. Operator will use, and sometimes operator will find a glitch. He says this feature is not good way. Developer has not developed properly. And when the same case you take to developer, he'll says it is not that much difficult. He can use like this, it will work. So what is happening here? Developer is blaming operator, operator is blaming developer. And in this, the product functionality will be problematic. Am I clear or not? Always there was a fight. You see, always there was a fight. These people say they are not correct, that people say they are not correct. In this, the end product will take long time to be delivered. Am I clear? Sometimes internally we use software. Sometimes we sell our software to clients. Yes or no? So because of internal fights, my client will get affected. Yes or no? Right? So to reduce that gap, the concept of DevOps came into the picture. In this, what actually happens is DevOps bring developers and operators both under same team, and with the help of some tools, all the things are automated so that developers can develop in a piece and operators can use in a piece. And end user, the application user, customers should get best product without any errors, without any faults. So basically, developers and operators both to function properly in an environment, the concept of this DevOps was introduced. All right. Now, when it comes to DevOps, guys, there is one more thing. Why actually we need it? I already explained you that because there is always a gap of confusion. We call it as wall of confusion. Why? Operators think that developer did not develop the software properly. Developer thinks he doesn't know how to use the software. Am I clear or not? So they blame them, and stability will take a toss. And as I told you, internally we are using it is a different. But when you are a software company, you are giving solutions to client, your clients will be badly affected and they will be hitting you. Like you see, there are so many companies who sell software. Microsoft sells software, SAP people sell software, Oracle sells software. So you need to design your software as per the requirement of customer. And there are so many software development processes where customers are not engaged. Usually what happens, first time we will have a meeting with client. We will get the request. What do you want? He'll say, I want a software like this. He give that. Now you take it and go to your team, you discuss and you start developing. You develop, you bring some changes till this process completed. Customer will not be involved. It's like you are making a house by. You contacted an engineer and contractor. You said, I want this house. Now till the house is built, customer is not coming and seeing the house. Finally, when he comes, what happens? Last time after the house is ready, he comes and he says, hey, what color you have done? This feature I did not told you. I did not want a washroom here. I did not want a windows here. Will happen or not? Exactly same thing used to be happen. As the customer was not involved, the end product when it was delivered, customer was not used to be happy with that. Then when he says, I want this change, then to bring that change from the beginning, it used to be a big headache, right? To reduce that wall of confusion and bring all teams together into one pipeline, DevOps has been introduced. Now, actually, this word DevOps was introduced by a person called Patrick DeBois, right? He is also called as father of DevOps. He has actually mentioned this name and he brought this idea. Why to keep teams differently? Developer working somewhere, tester working somewhere, operator working somewhere. Let's put all of them into one team and automate your work. So for that purpose, the concept was DevOps was introduced. So basically, DevOps is a kind of team where many people will be working. So in this pipeline, you see operators are there, developers are there, and testers are also there. See, if nobody is testing, how do I know my software is perfect or not? Like suppose car is building by. After the whole car is built, if there are no tests performed inside it, how can I say 100% the car is best quality? Yes or no? So in that case also, developers will develop the software, testers will test the software, and then operators will start using it. With that, if there are any bugs and anything in your software, it will be eliminated. To do this task, so many teams will be used. This is the life cycle of DevOps, guys. DevOps work starts with planning. First of all, guys, we will plan what kind of code we wanted to write. Getting it or not? What is the requirement of customer? Customer says this, we will take that requirement and plan it. Then the developers will do coding. They will write the code and they will prepare it. After that, the software will be built. Now, once the software is built, you have to compulsorily test it. Why? So that you must know software is efficient or not. Sometimes what happens, very funny thing is there. When developer develops the software, his laptop, it will work fine. When you bring the software to my laptop, there will be errors. Am I clear or not? So that is the reason testing is very important. Why? Developer will make all the things ready, he will run on that environment. I will not have that thing. So testing will be happen. Then integration will happen and it will be deployed on the client side. Now after deploying, you will leave it. No, guys. After deploying, you have to monitor also that if there are any problems coming with it or everything is running fine. Am I clear or not? Like sometimes, guys, it's not a great example, but suppose somebody has a surgery. Am I clear? So after the surgery, will the doctor leave him? Surgery open, go on your own. Regular checkups will be happen. Why? So that we must know that the surgery is successful, there are no problem with the patient. So after deploying, monitoring should also be happening. So all these stages will be going on in the cloud, and every stage has a name. Planning and coding is called continuous development. Building and testing is called as continuous testing. Sending this software to the end user is called as integration. Then putting it and using it is called deployment. And monitoring is called continuous monitoring. So many software we use here for that. Actually, I should not call software. This is called tools. What tools, guys? For planning and coding, we might use Git, Jira, and other thing. Building, Maven, and Gradle. For testing, Selenium, JUnit, others are also there. To integrate with other part, we use the most common tool, Jenkins, very famous. But you can also go for Bamboo and Hudson. To deploy your code on client side, you may use various options like Docker, Vagrant, Puppet, Chef, Ansible, Salt, Ansible, Docker. These two are very famous, guys. Every organization use it. Then for monitoring, you may use Stack, Nagio, Splunk, so many tools. So all these tools will automate your work. Coder will do coding and put the code into DevOps tool. Then automatically integration, testing, deployment, and reports will be generated. With this, customer will also be very happy. Whatever changes they are asking, immediately we will be deployed as per the need of your customers and all. Now, to learn DevOps, what do we need as a prerequisite? Do I need to learn Linux for DevOps? Absolutely yes, 100%. Without the knowledge of Linux, DevOps is impossible. That is the reason in our curriculum, first we will start working with Linux only. Am I clear or not? Then do I need cloud computing for DevOps? Now, guys, honestly speaking, we are not working on on-premise data centers or physical data centers anymore. Mostly people have moved to cloud. The future is cloud, the present is cloud. So why do we learn it on on-premise? Yes or no? So yes, cloud computing is also very important. That is the reason we are also going to learn AWS, right? Very, very important things. Then, do I need to learn program languages like C, C++, Python, Java? No. This is something you don't really require to learn. To learn DevOps, necessarily you don't have to be a developer. Remember, DevOps makes two things: developers and operators. So we can also learn, the operators can also learn how to deal with DevOps. You don't have to be a developer all the time. Getting it or not? So no programming language is required mandatory. If you know, that is a different thing, that will be uppercase for you. But if you don't know that also, you don't really have to worry. We don't need very basic level of coding. You have to know, very simple, that I will teach you. Groovy scripts are there, shell scripts are there. I am going to teach you. You don't really have to learn any heavyweight programming like all those C program. Nothing is required. And again, I was telling you, it is not only for developers. Getting it or not? See, when you appear for interview, they will ask you, do you know DevOps? Yes. Which side you are working? Operators side. Operators can also learn DevOps. It is not necessary that you have to be expert in Python, COBOL, Java, then only you can get a job as a DevOps. No. As an operator also, we can work as a DevOps team. That will be most important role for us. Because developers will be doing lots of things. They cannot do all operations. We handle the operations. Now, what are the important tools that we are going to cover? See, very limited thing I have mentioned here, but so many tools are there. It's impossible. You can take a brochure and you can see what are we covering. But important highlight is we will start with Linux administration, shell scripting, AWS Cloud, Jenkins, Dockers, Kubernetes, GitHub, and Git also. Ansible automation, Terraform, Bitbucket, Maven, Jira, SonarQube. We have JFrog Artifactory also, and you have so many other tools also available. And in monitoring, we will be going with Nagios. Am I clear? So these are important highlight. It is not complete course. The complete course detail will be given to you by the brochure and all what they will be sharing with you. So just go through that. You will get important bullet points inside it. Each topic what we are going to cover. So overall duration of this course is 55 to 60 days. Although they say 50 days, but I know 50 days is impossible. We will go to 55 to 60 days. In minimum, you have to keep this in your mind, right? 55 to 60 days it will take because it is a very lengthy course, right? Linux, shell scripting, AWS, this will kill almost 30-35 days for. So remaining time we have to spend on cloud tools, and each tool may take 2 days to complete because so much detail is required for every tool. So basically, guys, DevOps is a combination of many things, but basically three important things: development, testings, and operation. These three things are the main pillars of DevOps. And every organization is using DevOps nowadays. If you just go and search job trend, you will find still DevOps is the #1 job trend, right? Because every organization is doing. If you are not using the whole DevOps also, minimum at least Ansible is one of the very common thing in Linux which people are using. Because if I ask you to manage 300 machines, manually I cannot log in into each machine and do some changes. So in that case, Ansible, Chef, Puppet is the biggest tools that people are using. Am I clear? Ansible is undoubtedly #1, right? To perform this particular thing. So this is it, guys. Every day we will have a class 8 to 9. Timing will be same, Monday to Saturday. Online, offline, together we are teaching. So people who are attending online, they are also welcome. Who wants to come down to classroom, they are also welcome. One day online, one day offline, that is up to you. Monday to Saturday, we will have a class batch. Same, 1 hour will be there. Total duration 55 to 60 days. And yes, projects are also there inside it because DevOps is project based only. And every time I'll be teaching you projects. I'll not be teaching projects at the end, like today we do something project, tomorrow we do something project. So project wise we will be working lots of projects. We are going to discuss on AWS, DevOps tools, so many things we are going to work with that. It's a project based approach. Projects will be there, resume building, class recordings will be given to you, WhatsApp group will be there for regular communication. I will also be a part of that WhatsApp group. Anywhere you are facing difficulty, you can simply approach me and I'll be helping with you. And whatever I'll be using in my classes, that notes will also be given to you. Step by step notes I have prepared for it. So you don't have to maintain any notes or writing any notes or watching recording and writing, nothing. You just concentrate how I'm showing you, put up your questions, that would be your. I have prepared everything for you. So you just need to follow the steps, follow my teaching, and you have to work with that. Okay. And as far as job assistants are there, our company has already hired what I can say job manager who will be going to different places, resource managing. He'll be getting requirement and sharing those requirement with you. Yesterday also we have shared one requirement, right? That companies have approached us and we were scheduling the interviews. You have to go there and give the interview. So we will only be helpful to you till interviews. After that, whatever you are doing, that is your part, right? Backdoor entries, these, that, we don't entertain that thing. Yes. Proxy, geeksy, nothing. We will be going fair and square. Our manager will be providing you all the details of the interview, resume preparation, and all. We will help you and push you into interviews. How you do in interview, that is up to you. Okay. So this is it from my side. If anybody else is having any questions, you can put your questions, guys, doubts or anything.
Hi, Musab. This is Nagraj. Good morning. And
Yes, yes,
yeah, you
yes.
provided a very short and brief introduction on all the tools and the
Right.
courses curriculum. So I have only
Hmm.
one question. You will be teaching all the DevOps tools, and I know you told that you will be take each tools take 2 days, right, to complete
Right.
the.
Hmm.
Uh, because I know, see, the whatever you are teaching, is that enough to take up our job activities when we
Easily,
deploy into
easy,
any. Okay.
easily you can take it out. See, that is why the course is little lengthier and I'll be teaching it in detail with projects so that in interviews and in work environment, you don't have any problems to work with that. See, in day one only, I did not wanted to go with everything. There is something methodologies and all what we have to discuss, and
Yeah.
each tool has its own details. So I don't wanted to make it messy in today's time only.
Yeah, in see the organization where I'm working, I'm a pure cloud
Hmm.
Azure cloud administrator and SME
Okay.
role, but I'm not
Okay.
working on any DevOps automation and all. I'm not working because that's not the not been included for my project. So there are many projects, but I'm not working on the DevOps project. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
need to learn DevOps because I want to get into the DevOps along with cloud, whatever I have
Hmm.
experience.
Hmm.
So that will help me.
Hmm.
So I have a little bit knowledge on some of the tools. So I want to know more details so that I can, once I move to different projects or different organization, so I'll be
See,
able
that
to
is what,
cope up my.
that is what, if you go through the brochure, all the details about each tool, what we are going to cover is mentioned there. So that you maybe have a exposure that exactly what we are going to cover in every
Okay. And the Linux part, you said you will be starting with a few basics Linux
tool. Linux.
because that is very much
Right, right,
important for AWS.
right, right,
Currently,
right.
I'm a Windows. I started my career as a Windows 10 virtualization, which is a VMware,
Okay.
and then I moved to cloud, which is Azure.
Yeah.
So, like
Okay.
learning whatever the details you are giving in Linux, that's more than enough, right, to carry out my daily
That's
day-to-day
more than enough.
activities in
More than
AWS.
more than enough.
Oh,
We are covering all important aspect in Linux, so you can even become. a Linux administrator if you're not working as a cloud or a DevOps. That level of Linux we are going to cover.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much, Musab. It's a very
Thanks.
detailed information.
Yes,
Hello.
Amar, you have a question?
Yeah. Hi,
Yes.
hi Musab sir. Very good morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Amar.
My name is Amar. Actually, I'm mid-level. The person who is already working in the industry. I have 10
Mm-hmm.
plus years of experience as an Oracle application DBA. But
Mm-hmm.
how I'm looking at the DevOps is that actually now the market is looking for the cloud professionals, and as an apps DBA in my profile, I didn't get any opportunity to work on any kind of cloud. So just
Mm-hmm.
as for my job concern, yeah, I'm happy with job, but if I see the future, I don't see like any opportunities for me. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
only reason I'm looking for that, the market trends and, looking to learn the DevOps. And if I see that
Right.
DevOps comes under, top two technologies, right after
Mm.
data engineers, correct? So like,
Right.
how do you think that this will fit me, and what would be your suggestions, to approach or suggestions to me to this kind of things which I
See,
am already.
DevOps is a DevOps is a hot trending technology. It welcomes for everyone. So every organization is going through this, and it is booming technology. It is not going to be down easily. There is lots and lots of future in DevOps. So either you are a fresher, you are already an experience, or you have a little bit of experience. For everyone, DevOps has become a very essential, and you can look a long future in DevOps.
Okay, so that I can go ahead and leave my database career, and it's better to move to the DevOps as per your suggestion.
Yes, you can move out. Because see, if you are seeing that there is no future in that thing, what will you do by continuing with that? Move
Correct,
out
correct.
to a
Okay.
new technology, and that may give you a future, right? Because now
Okay.
databases and everything you have also seen that has moved into cloud,
Correct, correct. Yes, yes.
right? So the role
Okay.
of database is becoming limited. So better look your alternate career in DevOps. That would be good for you.
Okay, okay. And for those who are already aware about the Linux and all that, they would require to join from the very beginning, or they can start it from actual the content like AWS. Like what is the like the process?
See, as a refresher, you can listen. Maybe sometimes what happens, some new thing I
Okay.
might be teaching, you are not aware.
Oh,
So
correct,
maybe
correct,
just you may not require to practice because you are already know. Listening a class for 1 hour may not be a challenging thing, right?
correct, correct, correct. Right, right.
So just listen the class. You don't need to practice. But people who are new, they will practice too. Like
Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Thanks, thanks. I was referred by one of the one ex-student, Rahul Suryavanshi. Then I joined the
that.
class.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, thanks.
Yes, Rahman, you can go ahead.
Yes, very good morning, sir. My name is Eman. I
Yeah.
am working as an Oracle Apps DBA. I have experience
Mhm.
of 8 to 10 years. And
Okay.
my question is like, which cloud is mostly used in Oracle? Because we are using Oracle Cloud itself or GCP or AWS. So because I don't want to go into the DevOps part, but I just wanted to upgrade to cloud. So what
See,
would you recommend?
depending on organization to organization, work to work, people use different clouds. Like Oracle people will recommend Oracle Cloud only because they have customized Oracle Cloud such a way that Oracle database and other things could run easily on Oracle environment. But other than
Mm,
Oracle, if you look, Amazon and Azure, these are the two very heavyweight cloud computing which is running in the market. And in that both, Amazon is having the biggest data centers across the world and it has the biggest revenue as per the market share.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I cannot just tell you that this cloud is most used or that cloud is most used. For some features, we are using one cloud. For other features, you are using other cloud. Companies' requirement matters. Where you are working, as per their
Mm-hmm.
requirement, they will choose which cloud platform they have to work.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
one cloud, if you learn, all the other clouds are almost similar. That will not have a problem to you. Amazon is one of the easiest to learn with,
Mm-hmm.
and it is one of the biggest in the market also. $88 billion
Mhm.
their revenue is there, which is not a
Mhm.
joke. Every year they are making 88 billion, and customer base is
Mhm.
also very big.
Mhm. Fine. And sir, like for example, are we also going to do the AWS Cloud Certified, like prepare for that certification also?
If you learn this course, you may be automatically eligible for appearing for
Mhm. Okay. Okay, fine. Got it, sir. Thank you.
that. Right. Yes, Ravindra, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Regarding the class access, the videos are going to be provided or going to share to us,
I did not
recording
got you,
videos,
Ravindra. Recording
recording